How's it going, Yankee fans? Welcome back to Fireside Yankees with your boys, Alex and Ryan. Today we're talking about the dynamic duo, Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. The guys are on fire. They are ice freaking cold in the best way possible, ice in their veins. The quality of contact, the contributions with runners in scoring position, the overall dominance that Aaron Judge is displaying right now. He went the first couple of weeks, if not the first month of the season, ice cold, like couldn't hit anything. And now he's on pace for 57 home runs, guys. 57 freaking homers. He's close enough to his record that if he goes on a little bit of a hot stretch, he could break it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how good he's been. If you erase that one bad month, the guy is just absolutely unstoppable. There was a funny moment in yesterday's game where I think they were talking about Hicks, or maybe it was 2 days ago, and they were like, don't let the big man get you. Like, avoid the big man. Like, don't pitch to the big man. Guy throws a freaking hanging slider to the big man. He launches it over the left field wall, and the commentators are like, the big man got him. The guy just can't see anything wrong right now. Everything comes in looking like a meatball, and you love to see those two guys carrying this offense. We talked about this months ago before the season even started. This would be the generator, the catalyst towards a successful season. Those two guys staying healthy, and those two guys contributing on a day-to-day basis. So, Ryan, impressions, thoughts on Judge, thoughts on Soto, everything that we could have imagined is coming true. Now it comes to doing it for the entire length of the season, and most notably in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, dude, what else is there to say about this duo, right? Like, and Aaron Judge, of course, I mean, he had 14 home runs in the month of May. Like, Shohei Ohtani has 14 home runs on the season, right? Like, this isn't even like a shot at Ohtani. Like, I'm using him as the bar of comparison because he is, one of, if not the best player in baseball. But when it comes to just offense, if you want to talk about what Ohtani can pitch and this and that, okay, sure, whatever. When it comes to offense, there is nobody in Aaron Judge's stratosphere, right? Like, I don't want to hear any debate about, oh, this guy might be better. This guy might, no. Aaron Judge is clearly the best hitter in the world, not just on this team, like on the planet, like by a country margin. And if you look at the WRC Plus leaderboards this year, it's Aaron Judge at 198. He's first. He's 14 points ahead of second place. Now, you might go, damn, that guy in second place, well, that means he's got a 184 WRC Plus. That dude must be good. And it would be horrible if for other teams in the league, if that second best hitter also happened to be on the Yankees because it's Juan Soto at 184, right? I mean, this duo is better than I could have even imagined. They have 36 home runs combined. They have a 7.5 F4 combined. That is more than 16 other teams in Major League Baseball from their position players. 81 barrels. That's more than the Washington Nationals as a team. They have a plus 50 run value offensively. That is the same as the Tampa Bay Rays as an entire roster. So if you combined all of their players and put them into one, they're at that production level. If you look at the best hitters in baseball dating back to 2020, it's Aaron Judge at 179, and look at second place, it's Juan Soto at 162. So, I mean, these two guys are just so damn good. And Alex, you've been talking about, like, Aaron Judge has always needed I wouldn't say his Robin, like, would it be a little disrespectful to call Juan Soto, like, the Robin to Aaron Judge's Batman? I guess the better way to put it is, he's more like the Kobe to Judge's Shaq, or, I wouldn't even say the Pippen to Jordan, like, that's not even a fair comparison. These are two Hall of Fame players in the middle of their prime, doing things to baseballs that should be illegal in at least 30 or 40 states. This is unbelievable, Alex. This is remarkable baseball to watch.
You can say that again. It is absolutely remarkable. And you look at Aaron Judge's Savant page, and it's just 100th percentile down the row. It's 100th percentile expected weighted on base average, 100th percentile expected slugging, average exit velocity, barrel percentage, hard hit percentage, walk percentage, 94th percentile on expected batting average, chase rate. The guy is just an absolute freaking monster. This is why you gave him the big bucks, and then you're going to have to give Soto even more because he's 25 years old, and Judge is 31. Looking at with runners in scoring position. And that's the kind of interesting thing, right, Ryan? Like, runners in scoring position, obviously, that's like the most important time to do damage. And Judge is only hitting 216, but he has a 391 OBP, a 529 slugging, and a 920 OPS. And despite his batting average being so low, he's still producing at a high level because of his on-base percentage and OPS. So, like, you're kind of like, okay, like, he's making up for it. We expect those numbers to continue climbing and climbing and climbing. But then you look at Juan Soto, who's like, again, Savant page, 100 percentile expected weighted on base average, barrel percentage, hard hit percentage, walk percentage, average exit velocity, 99th and 98th percentile expected batting average at 324, expected slugging 663. I mean, what more could you ask? Chase rate 17.4%. And then you look at his numbers with runners in scoring position. He's hitting 388. This is stupid, dude. This is actually ridiculous. 388, 443 OBP, 735 slugging, 1.178 OPS. He has 4 homers with 36 RBIs. He only has 7 strikeouts over 61 plate appearances with runners in scoring position. How imperative and important is it that these guys continue to dominate with runners on base? I mean, Judge is the worst of those two guys by a fair margin. Soto is on another planet when it comes to guys on base. But how important is it? Like last year, we saw a lot of solo homers. These guys are not just hitting home runs; they're hitting extra base hits. Soto had a triple yesterday. You know what I mean? Like they're running the bases, hitting for contact, putting the ball in play. What differences have you seen that have led to more scoring production on this team from those two guys with runners on base?
I mean, as you mentioned, they just do so much damage, right? Like, they just do so much damage on contact. It's unbelievable. Like, these guys, when Aaron Judge puts bat to ball, you know it's leaving. He has a 750 expected slugging percentage. Aaron Judge, like, do you guys understand what that means? That means he's expected, like, that's unbelievable. It's a 750 slugging percentage for his expected slugging percentage. I looked at this metric. Over his last 25 games, he has like a 316 WRC plus and like a 1500 OPS. If Aaron Judge over that stretch, right? If Aaron Judge tonight goes 2 for 5 with a home run and a hit and a single, his OPS in that stretch will go down. That will be an off Aaron Judge game. That would be a worse game than the Aaron Judge average. Aaron Judge is outperforming that on a daily basis for 25 games. That's nearly an entire month. This guy is unbelievable. And then you talk about Juan Soto. Yeah, the guy, you can't strike him out. So you got to rule that out. You're not going to strike out Juan Soto most likely. If you throw him junk out of the zone, he's not going to swing at it. Rule that out. He's not going to do that. Okay, that's the profile of like a slap hitter. Oh, wait, he has a 95.6 mile per hour average exit velocity, and he's barreling 20% of batted balls. So, yeah, sure, great. You're not going to, you could try to, go 0-2 on him. He's not going to strike out, and then he's going to absolutely destroy the baseball when he makes contact with it. This guy is unbelievable. These are two unbelievable hitters. It really is, dude. It's actually unbelievable to look at their Savant pages. Like, I know Savant, like the red blue circles, that stuff is pretty, like, it doesn't get into the full picture of a player's story, but good God, man, like, it's nothing but red. It's literally, it's like, I'm quoting Playboy Cardi here, whole lot of red here. Like, these two guys are unbelievable. And then, you talk about, like, Aaron Judge is a bad man, dude. Like, he walks into San Francisco, they're booing him. You had that Giants radio guy, I forget who it was. He's like, oh, Aaron Judge, he's soft. He couldn't handle the pressure of playing in Barry Bonds' shadow. First and foremost, the San Francisco Giants couldn't lick the Yankees' franchise success. Secondly, Aaron Judge, you see Monument Park, you see how many Hall of Famers are in there, you see all the great players that are up and down on that list. Go Google the Yankees and Google the most World Series championships by player. Every single player on that list has played a majority of their career at the New York Yankees. So before we start talking about the pressure, the shadow, this, and that, Aaron Judge plays in the biggest market in the world. Aaron Judge plays for the toughest fan base, the fan base that's going to be the most critical of him, the fan base that puts the most pressure on him, and that guy is balling. He walks into San Francisco, they're booing him, boo, boo, boo. What does he do? Drops dick in San Francisco. As you mentioned, they're not going to let the big man beat him. Doesn't matter what you throw at him. You throw that pitch in the zone, they intentionally walked him in a 2-0 count in like the 4th inning. And you can't, I don't care what anybody says. You can't stop that guy. I'm looking at every pitcher in Major League Baseball. When it comes to the Aaron Judge and Juan Soto duo, you can't stop them. You cannot stop them. I don't care who you are. I don't care. It could be, Sandy Koufax to come back from the grave, and I don't even actually know if he's dead. I never even checked. But my point is more so he could come back in his prime. Go throw Prime Pager out there. Go throw Prime Randy Johnson out there. You can't beat these two guys. When these two guys come up in an inning, put a run on the board for the Yankees. When these two guys come up in an inning, you better not be down. If you're a team, you better put the Yankees away early. But guess what? You can't, because their starting pitching is so good. You can't even get to them. The bullpen might be a weak link. Clay Holmes comes into the game. I know it's been a little bit dicey as of late, but he shuts it out. Luke Weaver, buy you fastballs. Tommy Canley, change up in the dirt. You're swinging over it. You can't stop these guys right now. And when you have a duo like Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, this is a World Series team, Alex. There's no other way to put it.
And they have to be, right? Like, that's why you bring in Juan Soto, a guy who's already won a World Series, to basically show Judge the ropes. Say, hey, this is how we win a World Series. We dominate with runners in scoring position, and hitting ahead of Judge. I mean, what more of a luxury could you have, right? The two-run home runs, we talked about this. Soto's going to walk, and Judge is going to hit him in. Like, that was always the idea. Now you have Anthony Volpe, who's kicking ass as well at the leadoff spot. So this entire team is kind of coming around in a very, very nice way, where you kind of look at the balance. And I wrote this morning about DJ LeMahieu. Guys, I think that DJ LeMahieu is mostly washed, right? I think he's mostly washed. He's a very solid third baseman defensively, and he actually helps a lot with Anthony Rizzo at first base, giving him some time off. But having DJ LeMahieu as your number 9 hitter, like, don't get it twisted. I see that as a luxury item. You know, your worst hitter is supposed to be number 9 by far. And your worst hitter a couple weeks ago was Oswaldo Cabrera, who, by the way, you know, he was having a couple of hot games, but mostly is a well below average offensive player. So, you know, you look at John Birdie, was pretty solid, slightly below average as well. You know, obviously had a good year last year, but I think most in his career he's a little bit below average. DJ LeMahieu, if he even has 100 WRC plus, meaning if he's just average, if he is an average player, he's a 375 OBP right now. He's playing solid defense. He already has 1 out above average over 26 innings. This is a guy who brings a stupendous amount of value to the bottom of your order at number 9. You wrap back around and you have Volpe, Soto, and Judge. You basically have a leadoff hitter hitting number 9, right? That's what the Yankees are seeing themselves right now. We have a leadoff guy. If Volpe was struggling, DJ would have gone right back up to hitting leadoff. We have our backup leadoff guy hitting number 9. That is exactly what you want if you have Soto and Judge at 2 and 3. So I'm ecstatic about this. I mean, you guys have seen it firsthand. It's all over our social media pages if you haven't seen it just yet. Make sure to go follow Fireside Yankees on all the platforms. You have so much fun, cool content. If you're missing out on that, you're really just missing out on some fun Yankee stuff. You enjoy watching good Yankee content every single day, you should be following us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter and TikTok. So definitely go follow those as always. But, you know, this is an exciting time to be a Yankee fan right now, but the job is not done. You know what I mean? Like, we got to have our head on straight here. The job is far from done. We got to keep staying healthy, keep getting better, keep getting guys back. You lose Clark Schmidt, you get Garrett Cole back. Clark Schmidt will be back at some point. Hopefully he can ramp up and get back to where he was. You know, things kind of take care of themselves in that way. That's kind of why Aaron Boone was saying, well, I'm not going to get worried about having a decision on the starting rotation just yet. Injuries happen, things happen. Obviously he was smart to say that because, you know, what do you know? Someone goes down. So right now I kind of feel as though this team is in a very good spot. Now it's just about maintaining it, you know, just maintaining this pace, keeping it going, dominating. Blake Snell on the mound today, 4 p.m. game for the Yankees. He's been really bad this year. He has like a 10 ERA. He has been horrible. So you got Nestor Cortez, solid, little volatile at times. Otherwise, been pretty good. Like 3.2, 3.3 ERA on the year. So we're excited about that. But, you know, Ryan, give me a little projection today for this game against Blake Snell. Lefty, you know, maybe Judge is a little bit more of Soto has a little bit more of a difficult time with those, you know, sweepers going away from him. But maybe Judge cranks another one, something coming into the zone, and he can pull it to left field. You know, what are you expecting from those guys today?
Yeah, so the Yankees have been weirdly, like, good but not great against lefties, which, like, last year they killed lefties. You know, it's probably just lineup composition. They're more left-handed. That kind of makes sense. But, you know, I think that Blake Snell, like, you know, he's a better pitcher than the ERA suggests, but as you mentioned, I mean, if he's going to continue to struggle, you got to take advantage, right? Like, you got to let him, you know, if he's going to make his mistakes, just crush him. If you're Aaron Judge, I mean, how do you bet against Aaron Judge, right? Like, I feel like he's just on one of those tears where it's just like, yeah, right? Like, he's just doing his thing. It's just the best player on the planet. You don't bet against him to do anything. But, you know, I think you look at Aaron Judge for a home run, right? Like, that's where we're all, like, hanging curveball, leaves it up in the zone a little too much. Let's say he walks Soto and it's 2-0 Yankees in the first inning, that kind of thing, right? Volpe is a good matchup for him because he's left-handed, and, you know, Volpe has some pretty solid numbers in his career against lefties. A guy I'm going to point out today, because he hit a home run yesterday, and he's just kind of, like, up and down all year. It's Stanton, right? Like, you're just kind of like, I mean, is this the start of a hot streak after having a really cold series against the Angels, after having a really good series against the Padres? Kind of like, it's been a little up and down. But I think, like, Blake Snell, unless he's throwing his 96, 97 today, you know, he leaves a hanging curveball. Like, it's daytime. It's a little warmer in San Fran. It's not cold and chilly because it's the nighttime. We're talking prime afternoon, dude. We might see Stanton hit a ball. Like, you know, I'm just saying. Like, I'm just putting that out there. I'm just putting it out to the universe. You know, he might hit a ball 480, maybe. We'll see.
480 would be stupid, but we would love that. We would love anything above 450, to be quite honest with you. Anything over the fence is good enough for me. But guys, always happy to hear your thoughts below on this dynamic duo, how the Yankees are performing right now. Always happy to hear your conversational ideas and, things that you want to discuss in the comment section is always really fun for us. As I said before, make sure to follow us and subscribe. Check out our social media stuff across the board. We have some really good Yankee parlays and bets if you're into sports betting on Fireside Bets too. Yankee parlays on the daily. Really, it's just Soto hit, Yankees win. Pretty much a 90% hit rate right now because the Yankees don't lose many games, and Soto has a hit in all of those wins, or at least a good portion of them. So always a good bet to just do Yankees money line and pair it with a Judge and Soto hit for plus 100. So good way to double your money, which I think most people would be happy with. But as I said before, make sure to like and subscribe as always. We'll catch you guys on the next Fireside Yankees episode.
Perfect.